I totally blanked how to do the intro. What's up,
Hello.
everybody? Oh my god! I stared at it, I was thinking, what do I say again?
Hello and welcome to Let's Do a Podcast, starring Ryan right there and Anthony right here.
Yeah, that's
I don't
right.
know how it goes either, so I'm just saying stuff.
Oh my gosh! Like my mind has just been mush lately. What is up, everybody? As you all know, we skipped a week. That's okay. I was gonna do a solo show, but then I got sidetracked and forgot, and it was too late. So, classic me. Anthony went on vacation, visited Jamaica.
Yeah, man.
Feeling hot. I'm surprised you didn't come back with like a little one beaded hairpiece.
I could not find a place to get one of those. I didn't even see steel drums. Well, I did still see steel drums while I was there, but like only once or twice. So,
oh man, I was hoping we could do an episode where you're just like Michael Scott the whole time. Throughout the whole thing, you're just playing the little drum. And I didn't do anything interesting except for just doing what I usually do. But before we start talking more, I'm ready to have a drink because it is our long weekend and I really haven't drank at all this weekend. So I'm just like,
long, tall weekend.
I know. So I will start us off with DDH Loon Squad.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Double dry hopped.
That's right. It says DDH Game Day IPA. It is from, actually, I have the untapped information. I'll just read it off of there. So it is from Black Stack Brewing, St. Paul, MN. Where's that?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. That's right. I got myself one of Minnesota's beers. I'm terrible at accents, if you can't tell.
Yeah. Just go with the Jamaican one. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
It says it's a lushy layered with double the amount of Citra, Strata, Cashmere, and El Dorado on a field of Minnesota Pilsner malt to celebrate the Loons being in the Midway. Come and kick it with us before, during, or after any of the season's home games. Let's see. It is a 7%, 0 IBU, and overall score right now of 4.6.
Damn. That is probably going to be good.
But like I poured it and I feel like it looks like lemonade. Okay, it looks pretty hazy in the picture. Yeah. But like here it's not as hazy, more of like a lemonade type look. So we'll see. So what do you got for us, Anthony?
All right, Ryan. Well, I am dressed in celebration of this release here. Can you guess what I am drinking today, just based on the clothes I am wearing?
I mean, you're wearing all blue. I don't know.
Kind of revealed it a little bit.
Oh, Hop Unity
Blue Edition came out. It's been out for a little bit. It's only been a brewery exclusive for a little bit. I was at the brewery and I saw it, but I forgot to buy it when I was there. Finally came out in the stores. I got the last 6-pack at Total Wine down the street from my place. But this will be the first time trying it for me. But I'm ready for this one. And then I think the next one is purple. And then I will proceed to, during one of our episodes, go through the entirety of all the Roy G. Biv Hop Unities, because I've got at least one of each. But yeah, Hop Unity Blue Edition. It's a New England IPA. It's got Vic Secret, Citra Cryo, Idaho 7 Cryo, Laurel Cryo, and Experimental 17701 hops. So they're getting into the experimental hops now. But yeah, Hop Unity Blue. Purple is TBD, but yep, I'm excited to have this one. Been following this series for a while. I did ask them last time I was there if they were going to release a pack with all the different colors in it, and they were unsure if that was something they could do, because I don't know if they even have the still have any of the red, orange, yellow, or green still around.
Yeah.
I think they still have the yellow and green, but I don't know if they still have any of the red or orange editions still, back anywhere. But yeah, blue edition. Cheers.
Excited to know what you think. I mean, I am. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
I am disappointed because I've had all of them leading up to this. Yeah, it smells good. So I'm interested.
I'll have to see if I can't put one in my check baggage when I come up and visit.
I mean, you can fly with beer. I flew from Iceland back here with beer, so
it's got to check it in your check baggage there.
Exactly. But so far, the tastes of mine actually are pretty surprising. I mean, I say surprising just because the look and smell to me doesn't quite strike me as the normal, hazy IPA types smell and everything, but it tastes really good.
Yeah. So
that's a good color.
Here, this is a good color. It is as it appears. Good color here. I got it in my Martin House Sourfest glass from last year. Still no news on Sourfest. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. So
yeah. I know they're doing or did Grizzly Fest. I can't remember if it's already gone by yet, but
so good.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about this later, but as of right now, so yellow was my favorite. This is up there with the yellow. So
ooh. Good to know. So we've opened our beer, we've talked about our beer, we've sipped our beer. Now let's move on to beer news, events, and random movies / shows.
Yeah, I lost. Oh wait, beer McGee's over there. Okay, I was I lost my webpage.
Really, for anybody that's listening, give us a good idea what to call this next segment, where it's beer related and then movie related stuff. I've tried so hard, but I'm so not creative. I'm good at executing things, but I'm not good at creating things.
It's Ryan, this is a segment about beer and movies on a podcast about beer and movies. We can call this Let's Do a Segment.
There we go. Let's do a segment.
Yeah,
I like that.
So today for us is Memorial Day. So there's a ton of events that happened on Memorial Day, but I'm not going to bore you with that because that for you is at least yesterday, if not longer ago. So I'm going to proceed on to this weekend, starting with Friday. So on Friday at Hop and Sting, they have their autumn summer kickoff featuring live music, food vendors, and $2 off every draft beer for patrons wearing band t-shirts. So if you got band t-shirts, I don't know if that counts like high school band, but I'm guessing they mean like shows if you've gone to. I may go get me some $2 off some beer because I've recently got myself some band shirts. So go check that out. We also got up in Four Corners. They got the Via Nacito night market coming up at 7. Going on to Saturday, June 3rd, they have the Cars for Cause charity car show at Rollertown Beer Works in Salina. Or is it Salina or Salina in Texas?
Salina.
Salina? Okay. I got my Kansas pronunciation out there. They go Salina.
It's fine. I'm just wait, I have to remember. I can't. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. If not, somebody correct us.
Yeah, please do. Out in Three Nations, they have their 8-year anniversary party featuring live music, specialty beers, and more. That's always worth checking out, those anniversaries. I feel like there's one every week now, which is crazy to me because I would never feel like there's 52 different breweries. There's some that have 2 anniversaries on the same day, which is crazy to me. Also, if you're curious about what goes on inside Deep Ellum Brewing Company, they do have beer tours going on, $20 per person, this Saturday, coming up June 3rd. Man, June already. This is crazy to me. But looking out further on the calendar here, we have Hop and Sing. They have their Flamin' Hot Friday. Everybody's getting on that Flamin' Hot craze. They're making a movie about the guy who invented Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Why not, I guess.
I don't know if that's going to come up in your segment, but it seems to go up right up there with the Tetris movie and the Air Jordan movie and the BlackBerry movie, all these business movies.
Yeah.
I think there's actually one. I feel like this Barbie movie is going to turn out to be another business movie too. I have a sinking feeling about it.
Mm-hmm.
Brutal Beerworks has their Brutal Fest 4 on June 17th. And then going out even further, Ash and Ember, 3rd year anniversary party on June 23rd. Community Beer Company has their Burger Fight June 25th. And several Father's Day events coming up on the weekend of June 18th. Turning Point, it's got Dad Day, Dad Games. Pegasus City has got Father's Day barbecue and brews. Tups has got Father's Day beer and beef jerky pairings. If that's your bag. Ginger Man's got the Father's Day dad joke tournament. I may compete at. I am not a father, but I do have some good dad jokes. So, but yeah, if you're curious about what's coming up, though, go find yourself at beerandbigd.com. That's beer and big D, all one word. Go check out what he's got there. He's always got some good news up on the page. Top news story he's got on the page, on the main page, is a story about Voodoo Brewing, bringing Pennsylvania pours to Grand Prairie. He's got a good write-up on Voodoo Brewing. And yeah, go check out beerandbigd.com.
And as always, we do have the link in our show notes, so you can go there. And definitely check out his Facebook too, because he is pretty active on his Facebook. Sometimes he posts and share things that aren't necessarily on the website. It's usually like last minute things, because there are breweries that are like pretty much last minute, like, hey, let's put together this trivia night or whatever, and so he usually shares those kind of things. So so moving over to movies, TV shows, the other part of our let's do a segment is have you seen the trailer for Asteroid City?
Is that the new movie from
has Tom Hanks, Scarlett Johansson?
Yeah, I've seen it. It's the same director who's done like Moonrise Kingdom and all those other weird, quirky movies.
Yes. Yeah, it looks so much fun. I'm really excited. I actually just saw the commercial for it today, and I was like, "How am I just hearing about this?"
Yeah.
I kind of feel like all of a sudden it popped out of nowhere. But
I feel like just to look at the aesthetic of those movies, I feel like a lot of people do like these with this rise of this AI generated art. I feel like a lot of people do that aesthetic, and so I look at this movie and I feel like it's an AI generated movie. It looks like AI generated imagery.
Yeah,
but it's because everybody's copying that imagery and using it to like generate AI generated stuff.
I mean, it looks like the same. Did you ever see the Life Aquatic?
Yeah, same director.
Yeah. So it has. That's why it feels, because that one has the same feeling of where it feels very AI generated in a sense. But yeah, I'm super excited about this. It comes out. Oh, I just saw it. June something. Oh no. I fail. But June 23rd.
Wes Anderson. That's the director.
Yeah. It looks so weird. But also it just looks really, really fun. Going on to next is Transformers Rise of the Beasts.
There's 4 Transformers movies.
There is a new Transform. It's been a long time since we've had a new one.
Is Mark Wahlberg in this one?
I don't know. Let's see. Does not look like it.
I don't know. I felt like we jumped. I feel like we jumped the shark in the last one. We had an Oreo cookie bot in the last one. There was like some serious corporate synergy going on in the last one.
Yeah, it looks good. I don't know if I'll go to the theater to watch it. I mean, considering I haven't been to a movie theater since I think the last Black Panther with you guys. I haven't been to a movie since.
Mm-hmm.
I've been slacking. There's a lot of movies I want to see. I just haven't gone. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it looks good.
Are you gonna go see the Indiana Jones movie when that comes out?
That's definitely gonna be one where it's just like, this is a have to, right? Because it's Indiana Jones. Whether it's gonna be terrible or not, which it'll probably be terrible. You just have to. But anyways, Transformers: Rise of the Beast. It looks fun. I'm not gonna expect anything from it. I might rent it and watch it at home more than actually spend money to go see it in the movie theater, but we'll see. I'll wait for the reviews. If the reviews are good enough, maybe I'll be like, okay, fine, take some more of my money. But that comes out on June 9th.
So I will say, not to deter from our own content we're producing here, but if you're ever curious about just someone kind of just like talking about all the other Transformers movies, there's a YouTube channel called Pointless Hub where he kind of goes through all the different Transformers movies, and I highly recommend his videos. They're pretty great and pretty sardonic, but pretty kind of great discussion of like the love-hate relationship some people have with these movies. So bless you.
Thank you. Could you hear it or just see it? Okay,
I just saw it
because I hit the mute button. I was like, I got to make sure this mute button works. I've been sniffling really hard and muting myself. So next we're going to talk about a TV show, and then we'll move on. It is Star Trek: Strange New Worlds. So it's a new season 2. I am. Did you watch the first season of it, Anthony?
So I watched the first season of Star Trek Discovery, which leads into season 2 of Star Trek Discovery, which leads into the first season of Strange New Worlds.
Right.
So I thought they had already come out with season 2. I didn't know it was taking them this long to come out with season 2 of this show, but it makes sense with COVID and all that stuff. So
yeah, I followed the same path of like, I binged Discovery and then went into this and kind of I'm trying to still get into Picard a little bit. That's a little bit harder for me.
Supposedly season 2 and 3 pick up. So
and that's the thing is like, I know I need to get through this first season of Picard. But anyways, going back to this, immediately this itched that scratch of Star Trek, like that this is Star Trek, you know. Because the movies are really good, you know, but that's a completely different feel in a sense, you know. It doesn't scratch that itch of the like original feeling Star Trek, but this does. It's super fun. It just reminds me so much of the Star Trek I grew up watching more than the movies do. I love Discovery as well because it's a whole new ship, a whole new feel. It's still the same kind of feeling, but you know, completely different people, and they're not trying to be people that they aren't. So yeah, the first season I blew through this way too fast, and I was so disappointed. I'm like, what? This is it? But I am beyond excited. That comes out on June 15th, and you know, the day of, I'm going to watch whatever they release. I'm interested to see if they'll do weekly release or if it's going to be like, hey, June 15th, here's everything, do what you want. I hope it's spread out so it forces me to take my time.
Yeah, I think they do a weekly release. If I remember correctly, how they did the release for Discovery and for Red Shirts.
Red Shirts, I think.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the Red Shirts. Or no, wait, are you talking about Lower Decks?
Lower Decks, yeah, Lower Decks. Red Shirts is the name of a book.
Yeah,
from a different author,
something like that.
but
yeah,
they should call it Red Shirts, but
they really should. Honestly, I feel like that's a better title for that.
It's hard though because it's based in the next generation time frame. So Red Shirts is actually what the captain wears. So you can't really make that reference to Red Shirts.
Yeah. So yeah, I would suggest if you grew up watching Star Trek and you just nothing really compares, give this a shot. It's over on Paramount, I think.
Yeah, Paramount Plus. Yeah,
Paramount Plus.
Like when you run out of episodes of RuPaul's Drag Race, go watch this.
It's true. Yeah. Luckily, they're all on the same platform, and that's great for us.
Yeah, makes it easier.
Yeah. But yeah. So those are what I have, and I'm, those are ones I'm all kind of a little bit excited about. Transformers. I'm excited because it's Transformers. I'll always be excited for Transformers because that's just part of my childhood. Like Indiana Jones. Like, it's Indiana Jones. I mean, it might suck, but it's like I'm gonna watch it because that's Indiana Jones. Same with Transformers and all these shows. They know they're gonna get people to come watch, even though it might be terrible, but they're gonna make money off of us. So,
yeah. Oh yeah.
I guess sadly, let's get on to the movie.
Oh, let's not give away yet, Ryan. Let's not give it away yet. Have we even told the wonderful people what movie we are watching or discussing?
Well, as the title says, we are watching the movie Hunting Games, a Tubi original. You're welcome.
Sorry, that was with me.
Oh man. So I know usually, huh?
I'm sorry, I gotta close all these windows that may have sound in them now.
Oh no, I can't hear anything.
Okay. So I was like, did I just like play the trailer?
Oh no, you're good. I feel like usually I kind of rag on Anthony whenever he picks a bad movie. I feel like we can officially say now that we pick bad movies. And it's not the type of bad movies where it's just like, oh, it's bad that we enjoyed it, but we both sometimes we just really suck at, based off of a quick trailer, how bad a bad movie is gonna be. So,
I say before we get too much into this movie, I feel like they get you when you see, they get you like casting like one actor in like that's got usually in good stuff. And this one, it was Danny Trejo. I saw Danny Trejo. I was like, this can't be that bad. It's got Danny Trejo in it. That's Machete.
Yeah. And then like even watching the trailer, I thought I had the feeling of like it's gonna be one of those bad movies where it knows it's a bad movie, so it's gonna be something that you can look past,
All right.
So, anyways, so that's what you get just from the trailer itself, or at least I did. So, Anthony, do you want to give us a little synopsis, and then we will talk about it some more?
Yeah, what little synopsis there is, I'll do my best here. I will say this is not a spin-off or mock of the Hunger Games. So which is what I thought it might be. So, all right, let's see. I got two of them here. Let's see if they're I think they may be the same. So we'll see what we got here. So when a group of was I like doing a vampire accent for a second there?
Right. Yeah, I think you stuttered there, Stanley.
Maybe I'll do that regardless. When a group of extra military members is hired to retrieve a lost bag of stolen money, the mission becomes more difficult after a lone hunter finds the bag first. I don't know what's going on here. I don't even know what I'm trying to do here.
It's great. It's great.
Yeah, I'm doing my best. But yeah. Group of ex-military members hired to retrieve a lost bag of stolen money. The mission is more difficult after a lone hunter finds the bag. This is a story you've heard before. It's been told in other movies, versions of this, where somebody steals the money. The guy who steals the money loses the money because he dies. The people who work with the guy who died go to get the money, but some other party gets the money. That person tends to be the hero. And generally has a reason they need the money, or they're like working for the government trying to get the money back, and they have to fight the other bad guys to get the money. Yeah, this is like the least interesting version of that I've ever seen.
Truly,
like we don't know any reason. We don't know why any of this happens.
So I'll just start off with if you decide to watch this, I'm just gonna say no. You didn't miss anything. It is confusing. There you go. Because there was many times, especially right off the beginning, I was like, "What? What's happening? Like, why are we doing this?" And also, yes, put on subtitles because somebody really sucked at the audio on this movie.
I was reading a review of this and they mentioned that. I was like, oh yeah, audio subtitles are a must.
Yeah, I was worried. I was like, oh, man, is my TV already going out? Because it was so bad. The audio was terrible. It really seemed like they had a mic, like they had one microphone that they just tried to put in the middle in between everybody that was talking. And so like somebody that's a little bit further, like they sound like they're forever away, even though the camera's like zoomed right into them. It was so bad.
I want to say, can I share my screen here? I just want to share on the video here.
Yeah,
with the good people. Share screen. Share screen. Yeah, so I just want to share with the good people here what I'm looking at. So I will say, so this is how they get you. The two stars at the top of this poster are Tito Ortiz, former MMA fighter, and then Danny Trejo, Mr. Machete himself. These guys combined are in the movie for a total of maybe 10 minutes. They Nick Caged us.
Yeah, they truly did. And I feel like it looks like a really cool cover too, where you're just like, okay, all right, I could get into this. But and the guns that they were using was obviously cap guns.
Yeah.
Like they weren't BB guns, they were cap guns. It was so funny. I like immediately as soon as they started like shooting at the beginning in the airplane, you're just like, they're using cap guns. Okay, that's all right. That's, it's kind of silly. That's obvious. And then like he's using like assault rifles in the middle of an airplane. Like the airplane should look pretty destroyed, but it doesn't because they're cap guns. But anyways,
I was thinking about that. It's like the plane took off with nobody except for the FBI guy, the two pilots, and the Tito Ortiz with the money. He decided they just both start firing back and forth. Like even like the FBI guys shooting up towards the front of the aircraft, right? Yeah. Where the pilots are.
Yep.
Like I know those doors tend to be bullet resistant, if not bulletproof, in case of like hijacking and all that stuff. But even so, like you lay in enough rounds into those things, something's going to make it through. Somebody's going to get injured. So I was like, it's going to do damage to something, right? So.
And also, this is one of those movies where pretty much it's unlimited ammo in some of these guns.
There was one scene where I was like counting, like, okay, there's obviously 6 chambers on this little grenade launcher. How many grenades did they launch when they were doing this?
The main character that had like the bolt action. I mean, for one, I didn't see it looked like he didn't have a clip in this gun, that it was a manual, like you load each one, but he was just like going like there was one. I'm like, this doesn't add up, but okay, you have unlimited ammo.
Yeah, it's designed to run out of ammo when most dramatic.
Yes, and that's exactly it. It's like it's unlimited ammo till he actually needed it, like until he could actually hit a shot, I would say.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you can't hit your shot, unlimited ammo. Cool, you're like right next to him. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
This is where we run out.
You're out of ammo.
Yeah. This is where the cheat code ended.
But long story short, Tito Ortiz escaping from Seattle with bank robbery money. They're flying over Portland or the forests around Portland.
Yeah, outside Portland. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is it this wooded out there? You're outside Portland.
Yeah, I mean it can be for sure, but like I don't know where everybody is a hick and hillbilly to this extent. I'd say no, at least not that I've seen.
But I will say, so yeah, he jumps out and it's like some I don't know, some nonsense falling out of the airplane, no parachute after he gets shot. And yeah, the guys go out there to find the money. Hunter finds the money instead, and then just chaos ensues after that. And there's not much to go off of.
Yeah, there's really not a ton to talk about because it is just a classic guys, like 5 guys versus 1 guy.
Yeah.
And they're just, shooting at each other. Mm-hmm. It's definitely not unique or different in any way possible. If anything, it's the most extreme opposite of unique, to the point where it's just like everything that we've seen in our entire life, they just threw into this movie. Mm-hmm. I am sorry that I picked this one. That's for sure.
No need to apologize. I put you through plenty.
And just a lot of things that didn't make sense. I like the main bad guy, the main character bad guy. I can't remember his name. I wouldn't even. I'm looking at the actors. Yeah, I'm looking at the actors, and none of them even.
Darby.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Ed Maroney, who plays Darby. Ed Maroney looks nothing like his character in his picture, but when you go to his page, he's basically beardy guy. So pointy beard, bad guy.
So he talks to his hired boss, which doesn't have a name, because, or at least on IMDb, it just shows Bruce Dern, which is the guy's actual name. I guess they didn't decide not to give him a name.
Like they call him Henry.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah.
That whole storyline was stupid and didn't quite make sense. It was his money, but it wasn't his money, but he wanted the money.
Like he bankrolled the bank robbery.
Yeah, I guess so. But it's still things just don't make sense in this movie. But they just like throw shit onto a wall and be like, hopefully this sticks and somewhat makes sense.
Yeah.
And at the end, because yes, I'm skipping pretty much everything else.
Really unimportant stuff, but just basically the entire middle of the movie.
Dude's in the hospital, and then Darby decides to come to the hospital to kill him because he can't. He doesn't have the money. Blah blah blah. What's his face? What is his name? Will.
Yeah.
Hides the money. How did he hide the money? That makes zero sense. There's no way. Because the last thing we see is Will and Darby fighting, and Darby running off with the bag of money. He runs off, and then they're at the hospital.
So you didn't see the part where he found a rock in the bag?
Oh no! Shoot. Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Yeah. No, but still,
which is funny because if you look at the trivia on the movie on IMDb, the rock that he found we don't know how much money was stolen from the bank, but the rock that he finds in his bag is actually a meteorite, which is pretty valuable in and of itself. So,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Now it's not addressed in the movie at all. So,
but still doesn't add up. That still doesn't add up.
Yeah, we never see him hide the money, which it becomes obvious. It's supposed to be like a twist at the end that Will hid the money.
Yeah, which it's not.
Particularly after like he goes to see Billy, and he's like, "I'm going to take the money back to the authorities." So you think he's not going to keep the money, but like I guess after Billy gets it must be after Billy gets killed, he hides the money, and then. I guess he thinks that the bag might get taken from him at some point. I guess he just wants to make sure that Darby and his associates don't get the money.
Yeah.
Pardon me. And so I don't know, but yeah, that's why Darby's all pissy and comes back after him at the hospital, is because he doesn't have the money still.
Yeah, but I don't know. it's still, I don't know. To me, it just doesn't feel like it actually adds up. Of like, where did he even have the time to do that? Because while you're watching it,
between scenes,
yeah, because that's the thing is like they shot it where it feels like there's no. He's here, and then all of a sudden he's here getting ready. So it's like, okay, there's this blank space where he could have done something. It was shot very much of like you're seeing everything play out.
right?
So I don't know. It was odd to me either way. Even if he did put a rock in it, it's just like whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, anything you want to add before we move on to likes and dislikes?
I did not like this movie. Let's talk about our likes and dislike.
Same.
Yeah.
Let's go with the easy. As in, what did you dislike most about this movie?
So the most egregious thing for me on this movie was the use of the weapons. We talked about the ammo count thing, which that's not unheard of, even in like good movies where like you just have an unlimited ammo cheat. Like you
Right.
watch a movie where like The Rock is shooting a gun and he's just gonna fire that gun off until it's dramatic necessity says he can't fire the gun anymore. But I will say the thing that really threw me the most. So it's, as always, comes back to my experience and previous experience with stuff like this. So back when I was in the Army, I was the grenadier for my platoon. And so I had experience not with those specific grenade launchers they use, but with the same type of grenades. Those things are designed to have a kill radius of like 5 meters, which is about 25 feet. And so that's like a 50-foot wide circumference circle. So when we're seeing these grenades explode like right next to this dude, like right in front of him, right behind him, like on a tree stump, those are all kill shots with those grenades that this guy's firing. He's firing high explosive grenades from this, which the grenade launcher he's using is like a true style grenade launcher. The fact that he was using it with one arm is unlikely because they're pump action. So you have to use two hands to kind of cycle it through the chambers. And so when he was just trying to use one arm to do it and he was just kind of pulling the trigger and make it happen, that doesn't happen that way. But when Will was running up on the guy, when he was just kind of hunkered down behind a stump and just firing grenades, every single one of those grenades should have killed Will. Now, once they got closer, they should have killed Darby too, because he was basically shooting them close enough that they should have killed Darby as well, or not even detonated because they only get armed after rotating so many times. But yeah, that was the most irritating thing to me in this whole movie is that these grenades exploding, that's not how grenades really explode. So it just bugged me.
For me, because I'm an audio person, I have to go with the audio in this movie that I dislike the most because I couldn't get past it. Not just the voice, but the gun sound, the grenade sound, all the sounds made zero sense. And it bugged the absolute shit out of me immediately, right off the bat, as soon as it started. Because like they were in a plane, but it didn't sound like a plane. They were shooting guns, sound like cap guns. The grenade launcher sounds like somebody just like, I don't know, shot a bath bomb out of one of these things or something. Like, and the talking, you couldn't hear shit. Then all of a sudden it was super loud, like they got really close to the mic, and then all of a sudden it just, oh my god.
My favorite audio experience in this one was when Will sets up his camp before the plot really gets going. And it sounds like they mic'd the lantern, the gas lantern, because you just hear the gas flowing from the lantern. So you hear,
yeah.
I was like, I had to pause it for a second and see if I was like, is that sound coming from somewhere in my house? Did I have a gas leak or something? Nope. It's just this. They just mic'd the lantern. So you hear the gas rushing from the lantern into the flame. And I was like, that's a choice.
And the crackle of like any fire that was like fire pits, the crackle was really loud too. I was like, why did you mic what you mic'd? Like, I don't understand it. It made me so mad. So mad.
They had the intern
Because
do all the audio.
Yeah, they're just like, we don't need an audio specialist. Fuck that. Like, here's I don't know, here's a iPhone, like headphones. Let's use these or something.
Yeah. We found a free app on the App Store that'll help you do audio engineering.
Yeah. It bugged the crap out of me, but did we already do what we like? No? Okay.
No.
So somehow tell me maybe one thing that you liked about this movie.
The one thing I liked about this movie is the audacity they had to put a milquetoast boring. No, this is another bad thing again, isn't it?
Yeah, so far this sounds like a
lead
negative.
was so milquetoast boring. The audacity they had, yeah, I enjoyed the audacity they had to put a character out there with no backstory. They basically, it seems like they cut a lot of the movie out. I'm going to turn this good thing and make it to a bad thing. The audacity they had to put this character out there with no backstory, the bad guy out there with no backstory, and basically just use a trope and put a movie around the trope as if that was going to be interesting, and give us no motivation for either party in this movie. The only thing we know about one party is that he's a widower. The only thing we know about the other guy is he's former military. I was half expecting to find out that Will is a former like special operations or something like that, because that's how it seems like these things always go. It's like, because how else is he going to compete with these guys who are special operations trained? Now,
I just cut wood.
We never find out if Darby's special operations trainer. You just know he's former military. Check it. Okay. Seriously missed Chekhov's gun. We saw Will with a chainsaw. That chainsaw never showed up again. We should have seen some chainsaw action in this movie. That guy's a freaking lumberjack.
Yeah.
We need to see an axe or a chainsaw or something. What is up with that?
They missed an opportunity.
I enjoy the audacity they had to not give me these things.
Yeah,
check out Chekhov's chainsaw. You show me a chainsaw, I expect it to come back later.
I enjoyed what was his name? Darby's boss.
Like, what was his name? Yeah.
Huh?
Bruce Dern. Henry is the character name, I think.
Yes. Oh, he was the most stupid character that I laughed every time you saw a phone call for FaceTime for Darby.
I think they didn't even like bring that guy in to shoot anything. I think they just FaceTimed him from home.
Yeah, because like the camera was like at an angle like that, so it's like facing upwards, like from his phone. And he's just like, "What the fuck do you mean?" Like he just like would say stuff. You're like, "Are you like?" They were trying so hard to make him like the mob boss type person, but he just looked like a crazy old man that lived in a retirement home where they were like about to bring his jello for the day and like crushed up medicines to eat. I thought that was the funniest thing that they could have done to keep me watching this movie was include him. I was sad whenever the last FaceTime we got was in the car and we didn't see him for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, I seriously thought when we got that little bit of epilogue at the very end with Will at the cemetery and then with him digging up the money, I thought we would see Henry at the very end and get like a little shocker, like a little stinger at the end where Henry kills him and then takes the money and just ends up with the bad guys anyways. Yeah. So I seriously thought we would see Henry just as like, fine, like pull a Thanos, fine, I'll do it myself, and like kill Will and get the money.
Yeah. Instead, it was or the
FBI guy.
What's the
that would have made the movie too if the FBI guy was in on it the whole time.
what's the website where you can go to and hire actors to do like a video for you? Cameo,
yeah.
Hannah for the win. I somehow heard her through my headphones. I feel like they did a Cameo and hired Bruce or Howard
Stern.
and be like, listen, these are the 4 little clips that we need from you, and then you're done. So I feel like that's what they did, because it was stupid, didn't make any sense. You didn't hear from them, nothing. After that last call, they were like, cool, Cameo's done. Like,
I just edit out the part. They just edit out the part. It's like, hey, this is Bruce Stern. I'm wishing Susie happy birthday, and I just want to tell you, Darby, what the fuck?
See all these things, and then I don't know, happy birthday. We'll edit it and send it to somebody else.
That's a good way to avoid the agents right there.
Exactly. Yeah. Listen, we paid them. I don't care what you say. So I feel
scale.
Like. Yeah, I truly feel like that's what that was. All right, so all right, everybody, of course we are on Letterboxd. I know I say that every time, just to remind everybody, so give us a follow over on Letterboxd. It's actually kind of a fun app. I update it with movies that I watch personally. Also, Anthony, of course, if you ever want me to put any movies in here that you have watched so people can see what we're watching. I follow a few different people, see what they watch to sometimes help me figure out, oh, maybe we should do the movie too or not. So Letterboxd is Let's Do a Podcast. So Anthony, how would you rate this? Oh, no, I just gave it a like. I am taking that away. We did not like this movie.
Now we have to like this movie, Ryan. You know what this means? We have to like this movie.
Fuck. That's right. This is going on our top 5 of favorite movies. Which you can actually do on here is make your top 5, and I'll read out what those are after this. So between 1 and 5 stars, what would you rate this? You can do half too. Let's see if we can do it. Can we do it?
Well, I would say 1.5, 2 at the most, because it does have somewhat of a cogent idea of a plot. 1.5 though, for me. If we can't do half, then 1. But
so I was gonna do half. Like, I wasn't even gonna do a full star. I was gonna do a half a star. So we'll do it at a 1.
No, this movie has production quality. So this movie does have production quality. The sound, not great. The scenes, the actors are wearing like normal clothes, and so I don't want to like slam like the PAs and all that stuff, the production assistants and all this stuff. Those guys did their job, but the director, what the hell? The producer, Tubi, what are you doing? The actors, so I guess you did what you could with the material, but man, the writers, man.
So we'll give it a full 1. How about that?
Okay, so that's fine.
That's a good compromise, as a full 1. Okay,
was this better or worse than Thanksgiving 3?
I think I would rather watch Thanksgiving 3.
Yeah, at least
we all know how much I hate that movie. Like it pains me to even think about that I watched that fucking movie. But if I was given a choice to watch between these two, I would pick that, because at least I would know I'd laugh at certain points. What's
a movie you would rather watch? What's a movie you would like to watch less than this movie?
Left Behind.
Good. That's a good choice.
that was really bad.
Yeah.
So on Letterboxd, you can do a top 4. Excuse me, I thought I was a top 5. So I have Snowpiercer for us. I have Killer Sofa.
Yes.
I have Deathgasm.
Okay.
And Rare Exports.
Yeah, it's also good.
Yeah, I feel like those were kind of our the 4 that kind of is like, this is Let's Do a Podcast, is these 4 movies. I feel like describes it pretty well.
Yes.
So everybody listening, let us know what are your top 4 movies. But outside of Let's Do a Podcast, Anthony, I'm just gonna ask you, what would you say is your number 1 favorite movie? Like
Oh my
what
goodness,
is
that's
your
hard.
what's your go-to whenever it's just like, listen, I just want to put something on just to put it on? Like, what is it? Or whenever you're scrolling YouTube TV and you see it on, you're like, I always have to stop and watch it.
Probably Fifth Element.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
I recently
I actually did that the other day.
Surprisingly, I actually never sat through and like just sat there and watched all the way through till recently, and I was like,
Yeah,
man, this is for the time, and like I feel like it's still a good movie.
yeah, it holds up pretty decently.
Yeah, and of
For a
course
movie
it's
that didn't
Bruce
do
Willis.
that well. Yeah, for a movie that didn't do that well when it was released too. Poor Luc Besson. He's puts these movies out, and he's like making these movies out of like French comic books, and like they don't get received very well, but they always have very high staying power. Except for what's that one? Valerian, the ship with 1,000 planets, or something like that. That one didn't get that much love, but anyways,
I remember
Fifth
that.
Element loved it. So
Yeah, I think that was that was before its time. One of those movies where it's like it was released, and I don't think the world was quite ready for that at that point.
also Chris Tucker, freaking awesome in that movie.
Yeah, and Bruce Willis. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a huge Bruce Willis fan though, so.
Yeah, and Mila Jovovich was good as well.
Yes. So mine, it's always Step Brothers. I love a good comedy. I love a good Will Ferrell. And Step Brothers will always be, if I see it on, I'm stopping to watch it and I'm just laughing constantly. I don't know why, because I feel like there's other really good Will Ferrell ones, but that one just, I don't know, it hits me differently.
Yeah. Speaking of Will Ferrell, did you see that Will Ferrell was in the Barbie movie?
What movie?
The Barbie movie.
I did not. I have not seen anything from this Barbie movie.
Yeah, you got to check out some of the trailers. I have a theory. What I need you to watch the most recent trailer, and then I have a theory that I need to tell you where I think this movie connects with the Lego movie.
So depending when it comes out, because I know the wife wants to see it. I don't know if we're gonna see it in theaters or not, but maybe we'll talk about that, the Barbie movie some. All right, so let's move on. Have you finished your beer before we?
It's all good. All
right, let's talk about the beers. Anthony, you can go first.
So this beer, Feeling Blue Edition Hop Unity, has staying power. As it warmed up, it bloomed a little bit, but more or less kept the same profile. So yeah, Hop Unity Blue Edition, give it a 4.
Nice.
Yeah, enjoyed it.
So mine, of course, was the DDH Loon Squad. It is 7%. Oh, I said all that, but it's DDH IPA. I think I would agree with everybody else. The overall score, and I think I'll give it a 4 as well.
Nice.
The color was. I was a little bit afraid that it was going to be too light on the haziness based off of the description of everything. But the color was very deceiving, and I mean, I could easily go get another one if I had it, but it was very, very, very delicious. So luckily,
nice.
So all this is from the, oh gosh, what's the app called? Like Tevoir or Taver, yeah. So far, pretty much all the beers that I've been having recently are from that crate that I did, because I almost ordered like 100 beers off of it.
I was wondering if that's where you got these from.
Yes, I did that. I was just like, listen, if I'm gonna spend the money, I might as well get everything that I want. So most of these beers that I've had is from there, and so far I haven't had anything that's been bad. I did order one that whenever it came in, I was thinking, was I already drunk whenever I put this on my crate? Because it is a mint stout beer. Yikes. No, thank you. I hate mint stuff.
That's right. You didn't like the thin mint Girl Scout stout, did you? No.
I hate mint things. So I'm thinking, why did I put this on here? So come Christmas or sometime whenever it starts getting cooler, I'll open it for an episode. Or y'all are coming up here later this year.
Maybe we'll give it to me so you don't have to drink it.
You and me will share it. Maybe we'll record us drinking it or something. Who knows? Because I'm just like, I'm not gonna. I know I'll have a few sips and I'll be done no matter what, even if it's good. So all that. Let's move on to thing of the week. So I guess I'll go first. Why not? I have been on rewatching TV shows like crazy. So this is my fun work, my fun computer station over here, and right here, I know you can't see it, is my workstation, like desk and everything. Yeah, so it's like right here, right here. And these headphones are. I bought an extender. It's really, really like I could probably walk to my bedroom. That's how long this is. I picked the wrong size. But anyways, all that to say is on these screens, I have up YouTube TV and watch old shows because I'm like, I kind of want something to listen to and somewhat watch while I work. So I've been going through. Oh, why do I have this up? I have the wrong thing up. Have you seen Warehouse 15?
I think 13. I've heard of it.
Warehouse 13. Why did I say 15? So I think it was back. Okay, I'm going to pull it up now. Back in 2009.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much like artifacts that they find that's all over the US that like can cause crazy things to happen. Like one of them is like, I think it was like a belt or something like that causes like super strength and all of that kind of shenanigans. But it's like some historian had this belt, and whenever they died, it kind of created this superpower. But anyways, so I've been rewatching Warehouse 13 like crazy. It's fun. Like, I mean, this is probably my third time going through this. Mm-hmm. I love this series. And then, of course, I know we've already talked about, I'm going through Stargate, the series as well. So since these are recording off of YouTube TV, I'm watching them. So all that to say, like, I encourage people to kind of like go through the TV series or the movies that like got you into whatever it is, whether you're into the sci-fi or you're into disaster or horror or whatever it is. Like, go back and rewatch those shows and those movies that got you into it, because in this sense, it almost brings back that sort of like life again of just like, oh man, this is why I'm into sci-fi. It shows like Warehouse 13 and Stargate and Star Trek and all those things. Like, rewatching them again just brings back that passion of like, I need to find more like this. I want to get more into it. And like, because I feel like there's just such a dead spot where like I'm just watching all this new stuff and like consuming like the newer stuff that's all not really hitting, kind of like I said earlier, like that itch, that scratch of like, of yes, this is what I wanted. This is what I was looking for. It's like rewatching those shows. I just like got me excited again to get into this realm of sci-fi that I've always loved.
Yeah, it's funny you talk about Warehouse 13. It makes me think of like Falling Skies, which is another show that was around around the same time too, which is a good one. I
haven't seen that one either.
Yeah, it's funny because that one's got Noah Wiley, who I was really big into ER at the time, and he was I think that was the first show he moved on to from after he was done on ER, back when that show was on. So dating myself a little bit. So
oh, I know all about that. My mom used to watch ER like crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty much really I just encourage you, like whatever the old show is, really, whether it is the original Star Trek or if it is, Stargate, or I can't even think of just everything. I mean, Heroes was a great one. even Eureka. Like I enjoyed Eureka too. Like just go to those shows where you like. I remember watching this and just this is like my memories of like this is what sci-fi is, or this is what horror is, or action movies. Like those things, go rewatch them and just enjoy it, because I really do feel like it somehow brought back that mentality of like, okay, like I want to dig deeper into these. I mean, no kidding. I'm looking at getting like Stargate shit now. Like I'm just like, like the address codes. I found they do the Earth one, and I found vinyls, and I'm gonna put like across my computer, so it's like the my.
You spend some of that Etsy money on the Stargate stuff.
Pretty much. Yeah. And like, so on my computer, there'll be like the Earth address on it. I was like, I think that's pretty cool.
Nice.
So yeah, go watch what got you into whatever you're passionate about again, and enjoy it.
So Ryan's made a point for his thing of the week. Now I make counterpoint. Go watch the new stuff. My thing of the week is, I may have talked about this already. I can't remember if I did, but if I did, who cares? I'm talking about it again. The Ark on the Sci-Fi Channel. This was new this past year. They just aired the first season. They're coming out. They recently announced they're doing a second season. Pretty excited about it. It's pulpy. It's the first season. You can tell they put like a ton of money in it. A lot of the money went into like CG. The actors are good, not great. Story is good, not great. But I'm addicted to this show. The story is so interesting to me. You can kind of see where it's going, but you can also kind of not see where it's going. And so it's got me hooked in just that right way there. Like any other Sci-Fi Channel show, it's been the same ever since, like going back into like Warehouse 13, going back into like when The Expanse was first on Sci-Fi Channel, Falling Skies. It's like production value is goodish, the stories are goodish. But yeah, for me, this season, this first season of The Ark, I haven't watched the season finale yet. I'm going to watch that. I've been watching it as I get time. But yeah, I recommend it. Check it out. If you like the sci-fi stuff that we like, go check out The Ark. If you like some of the older stuff, go check out Warehouse 13, Stargate. They're all basically in the same family of sci-fi shows. It's just one big happy family of sci-fi stuff. Whether you watch the stuff from 10 years ago or the stuff from this year, go check it out. It's all good.
I just put The Ark on my list to start recording as well.
Yeah.
So once I'm
done,
once I'm done with Warehouse 13, I'll start on this.
Yeah, I'm curious I'm curious what your thoughts are of it, because it starts off pretty straightforward and then it goes buck wild. So
yeah, and I go through shows pretty quick, especially since I kind of just have it on, about 8 hours a day where it's just going. So
yeah,
I blow through these pretty quick. I think that's it, right?
That's it.
All right. I have been in talks with a fan favorite to have back onto our show, which is my mother.
Oh, yay.
Yes. People, obviously she's awesome, but
it's like not for some reason. She's great.
I just like, hey, people love whenever she's been on the show. So she has to pick a new disaster movie. Well, not necessarily new. It'll probably be some Godzilla movie because that's her favorite.
I was going to recommend Moonfall. Maybe she'll want to watch Moonfall.
Ooh, let's do it.
Not necessarily a kaiju movie, but
I know that she's already seen it. I've already seen it. I think she would be
I have not
perfect.
seen it yet.
All right. I'll message with her. We can try to figure out when we're gonna do that. Who knows? Maybe it'll be the next episode. Who knows?
Right. Who knows?
I never know. Never know till the day of, usually.
Yeah.
But guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Of course, as always, if you have beer or movie suggestions, let us know. We will try to either find the beer or find the movie to watch/drink.
Drink the movie, watch the beer.
Exactly. Follow us over on Letterboxd at Let's Do a Podcast, Facebook, Let's Do a Podcast, Twitch, Let's Twitch a Podcast, YouTube is Let's Do a Podcast. You can also listen to us anywhere that you listen to podcasts. If we're not
just
there,
listen to the wind. We're there.
Is that wind? That doesn't sound like wind.
That sounds like a lantern hanging off a tree.
Yeah. That's a lantern. But if we're not there where you usually listen to podcasts, let us know. I'll make sure that we're there from now on. And I guess besides that, I'm Ryan.
And I'm Anthony.
And let's end a podcast penetration style.
Oh my goodness.
Is that I don't know.